With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. The third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Operating from the gun, Robertson. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. That's Ziggy Ansah, the number 5 pick in 2013, credited with a sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
He can run for it, and he will. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. Decent gain on the scramble at 6, but now it's 4th.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
At the 22-yard line.
Now it's Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. He is a difference maker at the linebacker position. He had a pick 6 last year, remember it. But it's different for those guys, isn't it, than a corner or a safety?
It certainly is because sometimes they're pattern reading, seeing what the receivers are doing. Sometimes they're spot dropping, just getting to a place on the field and finding the quarterback and going to the ball. But remember this, these linebackers, at one time in their life, a lot of them were running backs. And they love having the ball back in their hands and making big moves towards the end zone.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Going quickly out wide to Moore. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. On first down, Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
A gain of 10. 3rd and 4.
Throwing again here, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out there, a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. From the gun, Robertson. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
And that's good for a Seahawks.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 38-yard line.
From the 38, Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Corey Littleton. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Now Wilson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt.
At their own 20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
1st down, Rams.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Operating from the gun. Robertson escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Robertson. He gets it to Cooks. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
To Brandon Cooks. A 3-yard gain on the play brings up Third down.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down. Looking to throw. Robertson. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. Touchdown, L.A. Tyler Higbee. His first touchdown on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. From the gun on third down. Robertson. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing on first down. Robertson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. That'll bring up second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Safety's creeping. Go Mike 50, Mike 50.
Off play action. Robertson on the move to his left. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 20-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And caught it up. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. But the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Looking to throw on second down. Robertson, open man, Higbee, the tight end. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime.
Watch the twist.
From the gun, Robertson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. So we have come to halftime in what's already a two-touchdown game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go quickly here out to Moore. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw is Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This complete to Lockett. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
First and 10 at the 44.
Now a first carry for their fullback. Corey Littleton, Pro Bowler for the first time a season ago, in to make the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson, and this one's incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Off the play fake. Robertson. Forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jadeveon Clowney, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, 3rd and long now. Operating from the gun, Robertson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. Now it's Wilson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaron Reed in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Back to throw. Robertson. And he's going to go down again. Jadeveon Clowney make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. Robertson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And that's good.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Wilson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Wilson. He sets to fire deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Wilson to throw. And that is incomplete. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. 66. Pull it. Half. Check. Go.
Off play action. Robertson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. You know, you wonder how the Rams' game plan in Super Bowl 53 might have been different with a healthy Cooper Kupp. He was injured on November 11th, torn ACL, out for the year. But he was on his way to a 1,000-yard season in his second NFL campaign. Had 566 yards in 8 games before the injury. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Look, 64. Wait. Check 37. 7. Bus, bus. 58 to Mike, 58. 58.
From the gun, Robertson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 13. Now it's Wilson. He'll check that down to Carson. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And it'll bring up a 2nd down. Throwing is Wilson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points mean this is now a 2-score game.
And 2 doesn't seem like much, does it? But it means everything in this situation because now they're going to have to look back, and ultimately that might be the play that ends up deciding this game.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Don't get nervous.
Another carry now for Gurley. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come. 25. Check. 22. Jet. Bomber. 22. Jet. Bomber. Squeeze.
To throw on third down, Robertson. That'll be caught by Cup. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Well, throw on first down with Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. He's been quiet today in the passing. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.
So for Los Angeles, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.